The appearance of Mars shook the world of science and changed our understanding of the red planet. At the forefront of this vision of Earth is a team of Australian scientists working with NASA's Perseverance rover. What was once a mission to find evidence of an ancient world on Mars is now more important. In a shocking surprise, the patient has released amazing 360-degree images that hint at the unthinkable, life on Mars. This mysterious planet, once thought to be barren, is now being understood, revealing secrets that could change our understanding of the universe. Is there life on Mars? If so, what does this mean for the future of space exploration and interplanetary research? Join us as we explore the amazing discoveries on Mars that are changing the scientific landscape and changing our view of the world beyond Earth. NASA's mission to Mars began in the 1960s as part of a broader effort to understand the mysteries of the universe. Previous missions to Mars have focused on gathering basic information, such as mapping the planet's surface and assessing the atmosphere. The end goal? To find out if Mars supports life and if humans can live there one day. The journey has spanned more than 60 years, and many missions, some successful and some disastrous, have been carried out, aiming to discover the mysteries of the world around us. The 1960s and early 1970s were a time of rapid progress in space exploration. After Apollo's successful landing on the Moon, attention turned to Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun. Although Mars is far from the Moon, its proximity to Earth, similar seasonal changes, and the discovery of polar ice caps have made it a subject of experimentation. Previous missions, such as Mariner 4 in 1965, provided the first close-up images of Mars, showing the irregular world with moon-like craters. Despite this disappointing result, the dream of finding life on Mars continues. NASA began sending advanced probes into Mars orbit and then landed on the surface. Project Viking was a milestone in the mid-1970s when it was the first mission to land on Mars. The Viking 1 and Viking 2 probes performed tests to detect life, although no definite signs were found. However, the researchers had hope. Mars is a desert landscape, thin and very cold, which is still powerful, especially with signs of ancient craters and lakes. Over the decades, NASA's interest in Mars grew. The prospect of an earlier life, however small, is still a very good thing. The Pathfinder mission in 1997, along with the Sojourner rover, represented a major leap forward in allowing scientists to explore Earth's surface. Mars, although dry and cold, has similar terrestrial conditions to Earth, indicating that liquid water, essential for life, flows from the Earth's surface. Ancient volcanoes, and the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, point to a rich history that deserves to be explored. The year 2000 ushered in a new era for Mars exploration, as NASA launched a series of advanced rovers to study Mars. Environment: the twin Mars rovers Spirit and Opportunity, launched in 2003, found stronger evidence of past water activity that suggests Mars is habitable. However, the question of whether life has ever existed on Mars remains unclear. This question is the driving force behind NASA's Curiosity rover mission, which landed on Mars in 2012. Curiosity's mission is ambitious, to find out if Mars supports microbial life. The rover's landing site, Gale Crater, was chosen because of its history. Over the next few years, Curiosity will find significant evidence that Mars was a very wet planet, similar to Earth billions of years ago. With the discovery of carbon molecules and varying levels of methane in the atmosphere, scientists are seriously considering the possibility that Mars may have had life in the past. The revolution is in 2021, when NASA's Perseverance rover lands in Jezero Crater on Mars, a site chosen for its rich Earth history and the possibility of an ancient world. The patient's mission is bold: to search for signs of the ancient world, to collect samples and test technologies that could pave the way for future human discoveries. What he found shocked the scientific community. Initially, Perseverance focused on studying the Martian surface and atmosphere, using its instruments to analyze rocks, weather patterns, and soil structure. However, one of the rover's first tests, capturing 360-degree video of its surroundings, proved to be quite impressive. In the rocks and sand on Mars, scientists have discovered structures that defy explanation. These structures are similar to the microscopic colonies found on Earth and indicate that life once existed or still exists on Mars. Although NASA was careful not to make concrete claims, the images posted by Perseverance sparked speculation. Could these structures represent ancient microbes from Mars? If so, what does this mean for our understanding of the terrestrial world? While some scientists remain skeptical, others believe we are on the verge of one of the most important discoveries in human history. While the debate continues, NASA is working hard to analyze the data and understand the implications of the patient's findings. Life on Mars, however primitive it may seem, has huge implications for the future of space exploration. If there is life on Mars, a planet thought to be devoid of life, it raises the possibility that life on Earth may be more abundant than previously thought. Known as the Red Planet, Mars is a cold, dry, and inhospitable region. With temperatures dropping to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, nearly 60 degrees Celsius, at night and thin air composed mostly of carbon dioxide, this is not a place we know grows easily. But beneath the surface is a story about Earth that tells the story that despite its harsh environment, Mars is a beautiful planet. Ice caps, high volcanoes and deep valleys show signs of the past. Because of the planet's thinness and low atmospheric pressure, it is a unique place to study, and because of its proximity to Earth, it is a great target for exploration. Mars is a big planet. The surface is marked with traces of ancient volcanoes and asteroid impacts. The world's largest volcano, Olympus Mons, is 13 miles (21 kilometers) high, and the deepest crater, Valles Marineris, is over 2,500 miles (4,000 kilometers). These features of the Earth indicate that Mars is a more active planet, with lava flows and tectonic plates. The presence of water, even in the form of ice, is one of the most famous features of Mars. Scientists believe that liquid water still exists below the surface, especially near the poles. If water exists, it can provide the necessary conditions for life. Even in its first microscopic form, the exploration of Mars has been made possible by NASA's advanced technology, particularly the Mars rovers that have been sent to the surface of the planet. These robotic probes have a variety of scientific instruments that allow them to study the Martian environment in unprecedented detail. One of the most famous rovers is Curiosity, which has been exploring the Earth's surface since 2012. Curiosity's mission is to find out if Mars can support microbial life. Over the years, Curiosity has made many important discoveries, including evidence of ancient rivers and lakes, as well as the presence of organic molecules, the building blocks of life. Curiosity's younger and older sister, Perseverance, will land on Mars in February 2021. The Patient's mission is ambitious: to search for signs of the ancient world, to collect samples to return to Earth in the future, and to test the technologies that Earth can make possible. A human exploration route to Mars Endurance has a number of advanced instruments, including cameras, radios and probes that will allow it to study the surface of Mars in amazing detail. One of the exciting ones is MOXIE, Mars In Situ Oxygen Source Experiment, designed to produce oxygen from the Martian atmosphere. If successful, the technology could be a game changer for human activity on Mars, a way to produce oxygen to breathe and fossil fuel to return to Earth. Another new technology is the Ingenuity helicopter that went to Mars with Endurance. Ingenuity is the first spacecraft to fly past another planet, demonstrating the potential to explore the Martian atmosphere. This small helicopter has had many successful flights, providing beautiful views of the Martian landscape and paving the way for future space missions. The combination of these advanced technologies will revolutionize our understanding of Mars and bring us closer to answering the age-old question: is there life on Mars? Jezero crater, where Perseverance landed, is one of the most spectacular places on Mars. Scientists believe that billions of years ago a river flowed into this crater, creating a lake. The sediments that lie in the river may contain traces of ancient microbial life, making Jezero crater a prime target for exploration. The Jezero crater is very diverse in geography, with many types of rocks and formations. These rocks are a window into Mars' past, revealing clues about the planet's history and potential for life. By studying these rocks, scientists hope to learn more about the environmental conditions that existed on Mars billions of years ago. One of Perseverance's main goals is to collect rock and soil samples from Jezero crater. These samples will be stored in special containers that will be dropped on the Martian surface, where they can be retrieved on a future mission and returned to Earth for analysis. This test mission, planned for the end of the 2020s, will be a major milestone in the exploration of Mars, and it could provide evidence of past life on Mars. In addition to its importance on Earth, Jezero crater is a great place to test technologies that could be useful for human missions to Mars. The different terrain of the pit, with steep cliffs, rocky cliffs and ancient river channels, is a good environment to test the strength of the Conqueror and other robot players. As Perseverance continues, scientists await the results of the analyses and the possible discovery of evidence that Mars once hosted life. The ultimate goal of Mars exploration is to send humans to the Red Planet. Although it sounds like science fiction, NASA and other space agencies are actively pursuing human activities on Mars. One of the biggest challenges to sending humans to Mars is the planet's harsh environment. Mars, with its thin atmosphere, high temperature and high level of radiation, poses many challenges for human life. However, advances in technology are helping to overcome these barriers. NASA's Artemis mission is to return humans to the Moon by 2024 as a stepping stone to Mars. The technologies and techniques developed for the Artemis mission are critical to future Mars missions, including life support systems, habitation and resource utilization. One of the key technologies being developed for Mars missions is in situ resource recovery, ISRU. This includes using resources on Mars such as water and carbon dioxide to produce oxygen, water and fuel. The MOXIE Perseverance experiment is the first test of this technology to demonstrate its ability to produce oxygen from the Martian atmosphere.